and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Jason, your host.
And I'm Julia, your co-host. We're so excited you're here with us today.
Whether you're walking, relaxing at home, or practicing English during your study time, you've made a great choice by joining us.
Absolutely. Because today's episode is packed with real value. We're talking about 15 simple but powerful words that can make your English sound so much more fluent and confident.
That's right. You may already know some of these words, but maybe you're not using them the right way or not using them enough. And that's where we come in.
We're going to show you how these 15 words can improve your speaking, make your conversations more natural, and help you express yourself better.
Plus, we'll explain each word with clear examples and fun, friendly conversation, so it's easy to understand and remember.
So stay with us until the end. We even have a little vocabulary challenge later on. You'll love it.
Let's get started and take your English to the next level, starting with why vocabulary is such a big deal in sounding fluent. All right, before we jump into those 15 powerful words, let's talk about why vocabulary is so important in speaking English.
That's a great point, Jason. A lot of people think fluency is all about grammar, but it's actually the words you use that really make a difference. You can have perfect grammar, but if your vocabulary is limited, you won't sound as fluent or confident.
Exactly. Vocabulary helps you communicate clearly. Imagine trying to explain something important, but only having a few words to choose from. It can get frustrating, right?
Totally. But when you know a wider range of words, you can express yourself more precisely and sound more natural. For example, using words like literally, definitely, or essentially can add emphasis and make your speech sound more confident.
That's right. It's not just about knowing more words. It's about knowing when and how to use them. When you master these powerful words, you'll sound more fluent and more like a native speaker.
And the best part? These words aren't just useful. They're easy to learn and use. You'll be surprised how much of a difference they can make.
So, if you want to speak English like a pro, pay attention to the words we're about to share. Let's get into it. Let's start with a really versatile word, actually. It's used to correct something or add more detail to what's being said. For example, I thought the meeting was at 10, but actually it's at 11.
Exactly. Actually is often used to clarify or give the real truth. It's also a great way to make your conversation sound more natural. For example, you can say, "Actually, I don't like coffee much."
It adds a little emphasis, right? It's like you're telling the listener, hey, this is the real deal. It's super common in both casual and more formal conversations.
Next up, we have absolutely. This word is a strong way to agree with someone. It's like saying, yes, 100%. For example, do you want to go out tonight? And you can say, absolutely, let's do it.
It's not just a simple yes. It's a stronger, more confident agreement. It shows enthusiasm and certainty. You could also use it like, absolutely amazing job, to praise someone.
Right. It adds a level of energy and excitement to your speech, making you sound confident and engaged.
Now, let's look at definitely. It's another strong word to show certainty. For instance, will you be at the party? You can say, definitely. I wouldn't miss it.
It's so much stronger than just saying yes, isn't it? Definitely makes it clear you are sure about something. It's also very reassuring for the person asking you the question.
Exactly. It's like saying, no doubt about it. It shows your certainty and commitment to something.
Let's move on to literally. It's used to emphasize that something is exactly true. For example, I was literally starving after that long hike.
That's a great example. It's used to exaggerate for effect. But remember, don't overuse it. It's powerful when you need to emphasize something, but using it too much can lose its punch.
Definitely. It's all about balance. When you use literally, it makes your point stronger. For example, the test was literally the hardest thing I've ever done.
And last for this group is obviously. This word is used when something is so clear that it shouldn't need an explanation. For example, obviously, I forgot my keys at home.
Right? It's like you're saying, it's clear to everyone that I forgot my keys. It can be used when something is very obvious or clear to the speaker, but remember not to sound rude. Use it carefully.
Yes, obviously helps show confidence, but you don't want to sound dismissive. It's more like, this is clear to me, so I'm sharing it with you.
So we've covered some basic but really powerful words. What do you think, Jason? Which one do you use the most?
I think I use actually a lot. It helps when I need to add more info or correct myself. It just sounds natural in conversation.
I agree, and I love using definitely. It makes me sound more sure of myself. What about you, listeners? Do you use any of these words already? Let us know.
Let's get into some smart words now. First up is essential. It means something that is very important or necessary. For example, it's essential to get enough sleep if you want to stay healthy.
Exactly. Essential makes you sound a bit more professional and thoughtful when you speak. It's great for both formal and casual conversations.
It's a word that gives weight to your point, like saying, this is a must. So if you say essential information, people will pay more attention.
Next is priority. This is a word for something that needs to be dealt with first because it's the most important. Finishing this project is my top priority right now.
It's a strong word to use when you want to show that something is very important. You could say, my family is always my priority.
It really makes you sound organized and focused. If you use priority in a sentence, people know you're serious about what you're doing.
Let's move on to opportunity. It means a good chance to do something. For example, I got an opportunity to travel to Japan last year.
It's a great word to use when talking about chances or openings in life. It's a positive word. It makes things sound like something exciting is coming your way.
An opportunity sounds a lot more formal than just saying chance, so it makes your English sound a bit more polished.
Concern is another great word. It's used when you want to talk about something that might worry you or be important. I have some concerns about the new project.
It's not a word that's too strong, but it shows that something matters. For example, I'm not concerned about the meeting. I'm prepared.
Concern sounds more serious than just saying worry. It makes you sound more thoughtful when you're talking about something important.
Last word for this group, efficient. It means doing something well and without wasting time. For example, she's very efficient at organizing events.
It's a great word to use in business or formal settings. If you say, we need a more efficient way to do this, people will think you're focused on quality and speed.
Efficient is an excellent word to describe productivity. It's more impressive than just saying fast or quick.
These words are a bit more formal, but they really help make you sound professional and smart. What's your favorite word from this group?
I like priority. It's such a great word when you need to show what's most important.
I agree. And efficient is a must-have for any conversation about work or productivity.
Let's move on to some polite and professional words now. First up is appreciate. It's used to express gratitude. I appreciate your help with this project.
It's much more formal and respectful than just saying, thank you. Using appreciate shows that you're grateful in a more sincere way.
And it can be used in both personal and professional situations, making you sound considerate and polite.
Next is apologize. It's used when you want to say sorry for something. For example, I want to apologize for being late to the meeting.
It's a more formal way to say sorry. You can use it in situations where you want to be polite and show respect.
It's a great word to use when you need to show that you're taking responsibility for your actions.
Clarify is our next word. It means to make something clear. For example, could you clarify what you meant by that?
It's perfect for situations where you don't understand something or need further explanation. It's polite, professional, and very useful in meetings or conversations.
It sounds much better than just saying, "What do you mean?" or "Can you explain?" Clarify adds a level of politeness.
Now, let's talk about recommend. It means to suggest something. I recommend you try the new restaurant downtown.
It's a very polite word to use when giving advice or suggesting something to someone. It's better than just saying, "You should go there."
It makes you sound more professional and friendly, like you're really thinking about what's best for the person you're talking to.
Last word in this group, participate. It means to take part in something. For example, I want to participate in the upcoming community event.
It's a great word to use in both formal and informal situations. If you're involved in something, you're participating. It's a more active, engaging word than just saying join.
And using participate makes you sound more involved and invested in the activity.
Well, that wraps up our 15 vocabulary words. Which one do you think you'll use most often, Jason?
I love clarify. It's perfect for situations where you need to understand something better. And you?
I'd go with appreciate. It's so polite and useful in both personal and professional settings.
All right, everyone. Remember, these 15 words can really take your English to the next level. Practice them, use them in conversations, and soon you'll sound even more fluent and confident. All right, let's make sure you've got these words down. It's time for a quick review quiz.
Yes, and don't worry, it's super easy. I'll ask you a question, and Jason will give you a quick example using one of the 15 words we just talked about. Let's see how well you remember them.
Okay, here we go. First question. What word would you use to show strong agreement with someone? Wait for a few seconds of pause for the listener to think.
Absolutely, that's right. You'd say, absolutely, I agree with you.
Nice job, listeners. Now, next question. What word would you use if you want to make something clear or easy to understand?
That would be clarify. For example, can you clarify what you meant by that?
Exactly. Great job. All right, last one. What word would you use when something is very important or necessary?
That's essential. For example, essential skills for any job include communication and problem solving.
Great work, everyone. If you answered all the questions, you're well on your way to improving your English vocabulary.
Keep practicing these words and you'll see a big difference in your fluency and confidence. Thanks for playing along with us.
Before we wrap up, remember to check out our previous episodes for more tips, tricks, and lessons on improving your English.
And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. See you next time.
All right. Now that you know these powerful words, let's talk about how you can practice them every day to make sure they stick.
The best way to practice is by using them in real conversations. Try to think about these words when you're speaking with friends, family, or even during work. For example, next time you agree with someone, use absolutely or definitely.
Exactly. And if you're listening to English podcasts like this one or watching movies, listen carefully for these words. When you hear them, take note and try using them yourself.
You can also write a sentence each day using one of these words. Just grab a notebook, write down a word, and then come up with a sentence where you use it.
And don't forget about your phone. Set a reminder to use a new word of the day in your conversations. It's a great way to stay consistent.
Practice makes perfect. The more you use these words, the more natural they'll become in your speech. So keep practicing, and soon they'll be a part of your everyday vocabulary.
That's all for today's episode. Keep using these words, and we'll see you in the next one. Before we wrap up, we just want to say a big thank you to everyone who tuned in today. We hope you're excited to use these 15 words to improve your English.
If you found this episode helpful, we'd love for you to subscribe to our podcast and leave us a review. Your feedback helps us bring more great content to help you on your English learning journey.
And if you haven't already, make sure to check out our other episodes. We've got tons of tips on vocabulary, pronunciation, and speaking confidently. So, go ahead and explore the rest of our series.
And don't forget to share this episode with your friends or anyone who's learning English. The more people practice these words, the better their English will get, and we all know how great that feels.
Also, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us which words you struggle with or want to learn more about. You can always reach us through our social media or leave a comment below. We'll be sure to get back to you.
Thank you so much for being a part of this episode. We truly appreciate your time and dedication to improving your English.
Stay motivated, keep practicing, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Take care and happy learning.
See you next time, and remember, learning English is a journey, and we're here to help you every step of the way. Bye for now.